Hello there everyone, I am Luna Soul Oracle. Welcome to my channel. This is your weekly collective message. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that this week is starting well for you. Whatever time you're hearing this, morning, moon, and night, thank you so much for joining me. If you're a new subscriber, thank you. We're going to start this week off with the weekly messages. We have a tarot portion with the Nefertiti Tarot, and I do not remember this oracle deck, but it's beautiful and I felt called to use it, and we're going to be using this as well. So let's not waste any time. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to keep up with new uploads. It shows all the new videos that I have that are coming up. I have some Reiki, I have some zodiac readings, and so on. Just stay tuned, and yeah, let's get on to this reading. Let's not waste any time. So let's see, we're going to put here the oracle portion, and we're going to start with our tarot. So let's see what is going on for the energy and vibe of this week. Let's see what's going on. So we have here, this is the Justice card. So that's the first card. We have the Justice card. Let's see what's the next card. We have here the Seven of Pentacles. Let's see, the next card here is the Eight of Wands. Let's put that down. We're going to get one more card, and that will be the Knight of Chalices, or the Knight of Cups. All right, so I'm going to sit down the deck, and we're going to tap into the energy and vibes. I'll be channeling, as well as going off the cards and their definitions, and also the meanings behind the imagery and stuff. So let's just start with this reading. So for this week, I feel like the Justice card is definitely something that's signaling in the air. I feel like this is divine justice, not only for the collective, but also for individual. So there is great balance happening all around in our lives. So things have to be removed, or things have to be seen in order to create balance, in order to take action. That's what I'm hearing. So a lot of truths are coming out, a lot of blinds being removed. I feel like for some of you, this could be in relations to something you weren't aware of before, or actions or habits, or even people in your life that you weren't aware that were not good for you. And this is the people person type of thing. It's limited from person to person, but this most likely may be habits or things. I'm also hearing for some of you, environments that don't serve you. I'm hearing that some of you are living in a place, or living in a town, or living in somewhere that just doesn't suit your energy anymore. So some of you are feeling this need to move, and sorry about that. That was my cat having the zoomies. So I apologize if you hear some scuffling in the background. So I feel like with this card, I feel like it's just signaling that there is a divine balance happening here, that the scales are being balanced with justice, that if any of you feel like there's something just not aligning with your energy, it's going to be very much in your face this week. I'm hearing for some of you, this may be like a revelation of you feeling like you can't live in a certain area anymore, or a certain town or state, or even country. So some of you may be getting some like internal like realization that you may need to move, or maybe in the future, if you ever get the chance, that you may have to move out where you are. It's just not aligning with you, and I feel like there may be better opportunities elsewhere, in some other place for you and your needs. I'm also hearing for some of you, it could be just related to someone. Maybe there's someone in your life that you need to distance yourself from, or maybe part ways, or there may be people coming into your life that help bring balance, or help align you, or maybe even someone giving you some messages that will help align you to where you need to go. So there's so many messages in this one card, but I feel like justice is talking about finally things are being put into balance. Maybe things that were disharmonized are going to be more harmonized, going to be more unified, we're going to be more aligned in your life. So things may be a little abrupt this week in terms of realizations. Some of it may be harsh realizations, but I think it's needed in order for you to grow and start taking the right next steps in your life. So that's what I'm getting with the Justice card. And this is not only individual, it could also be collective. So you may see a lot of collective justice happening. People are rising up, people are fighting for their rights, people are taking more initiative, people are seeing the truth of things and starting to organize and put action into what they will like in their reality. So this is something that's happening individual and also collective. I'm hearing also with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like this is a planning stage. So a lot of you are starting to plan your futures or starting to plan the next steps. Therefore, this justice has to happen in order for you to make those next steps. I feel like some of you may have felt stagnant this week. So maybe whatever information you're receiving or whatever is being clear, like brought to the surface for you to see, you're going to start making plans to adjust and find ways around it, or making plans to seek that specific goal or seek that specific goal and start doing things or putting plans into action to achieve it. So you may see yourself thinking about what to do next or thinking about reorganizing your routine, but there's definitely thinking and some of you may be physically doing things to put things together. So organizing, dumping, going places. I'm hearing going to appointments, going to classes, doing things actively to reach the goals or to reach some changes that you would like to do. The next card I have here is the Eight of Wands. So there's a big energy of movement forward. Because this divine justice, I feel like it's literally showing something that will allow us to move forward. So like I mentioned, the realizations are very important for a lot of us this week. It's allowing us to plan but move forward. I'm hearing some of you are going to receive very important information that's going to help you move on forward or plan forward. So this information can be internal insight of how to navigate maybe a struggle that you've had, or you may receive some insight from someone gives you an idea and it just sparks this planning, and this planning is like action to move on forward in some path or way in your life. I think collectively, and many of you are feeling called to move in a certain direction. And I'm also hearing it's going to be louder and louder. The more you move, the more smoother things will get for you. And I'm hearing from Spirit that if you are seeing results or if you're feeling great in terms of the actions or the course you're taking, that is a big sign that you're moving in the right direction. So I don't know if some of you just are not, you don't know where you're going. I don't know if you're making the right next steps, but I'm hearing from Spirit, if things are moving smoother, things are aligning, you're starting to see that things are getting easier for you. Also, you're feeling better. That's another big indicator. If some of you are just feeling better by doing certain things and feeling more happier, motivated, that is a sign that you're moving forward. So listen to the signs that are showing you that it's a positive movement forward. I'm hearing there are going to be signs this week that's going to show you the way on how to accelerate things. So pay attention to that. Commit to that. I feel like a lot of you need to commit to some planning or some type of action, and this action is literally going to help you move forward. You're going to feel a lot happier this week. So if maybe some of you realize you needed to sleep or reorganize or take some hours off from your job a certain day of the week, and you start to plan to do that this week, and then you start to feel better because you're doing it, and things are just happen to work out, and you just happen to have more energy. So that's an example I'm just giving you, but this is what I'm trying to say with the cards. Now the last card we have here is the Knights of Chalices, or the Knight of Cups. And what this talks about is a creative outlet, but also being very intuitive. So this week, pay attention to your intuition. It's also another signifier. It's a signifier if you're doing something that aligns with you or not. So listen to your gut, listen to your body. If you feel anxious about doing something, especially something that it doesn't feel right, listen to that. If you're doing something, you may be a little nervous, but you know it's going to make a world of a difference, something telling you to trust the actions you're taking, that is also another sign that you're going to do okay. So pay attention. Listen to the creative pulls that you're being called to do. I'm hearing some of you are feeling the need to redecorate or change some type of physical appearance, whether that's your home or even yourself, that you're feeling called to do some things. And I don't know why, but I'm hearing some of you are going to get a haircut, color your hair, or do something with your physical appearance. So that's another thing that's happening this week. So let's see what oracle messages are coming through for you guys for this week. Let's see. Whoa. So the first card here is smoke screens. So I feel like that's really self-explanatory, kind of, but I'll explain more when I read the card. Bypass. And we're going to pull one more card. Let's see here. The Rising. Okay. So let's start with the first card. So this is called Smoke Screens. This card, I feel like, again, you see how she is blinded and the blinds are being removed. There is smoke screens. I feel like this Justice card, like I mentioned earlier, is going to help remove the blinds of certain things with big truths. And this is individual truths, but also collective truths. So the smoke screens are going to be pulled off. The smoke is going to clear. You're going to see things more clearly. And it's because there is a divine energy of justice happening this week. So a lot of personal truths, but collective truths, and no more smoke screens. You're going to see things for what they are. And this is going to allow you to make clear and concise choices, especially conscious choices, into moving forward this week. So if there's any next steps in the month that you have, next steps in the month or the week or next month, this is going to allow you to do so. This week is going to be a little powerful in the sense of the energy that's happening. The next card we have here is Bypass. So a lot of us are being called to pay attention to what we're ignoring, to no longer let it bypass us, but to pay attention to the details, pay attention to everything around us. And that is important because what we see around us, what we know around us, will help us to make efforts and decisions and just understanding what's happening. So again, the smoke screens are being pulled back and no longer bypassing things. Things are now being looked at with great details, especially a lot of us are looking at our lives with great detail, and this is going to allow us to make changes or modify things, or just make the necessary tweaks in order for us to have a fulfilling week. So the last card is the Rising card. It's a beautiful lion feline energy. And I feel like this card is talking about, in order for us to rise, we have to really start making great changes. So this week, like I mentioned, some of you are going to get big messages on how to make powerful changes in your routines or in certain habits, redirecting, reprogramming, changing, finessing, whatever that is for you this week. It's going to allow you to rise. And also this line is telling me, I'm getting the message to have strength. I know some of these changes may be something difficult for some of you, and that the lion energies around you this week are collectively. So just channel into the lion energy to have more strength, to do the things you need to do to start becoming who you want to be and bringing in any life you want. And that's overall the messages I have for this week. I hope they resonate with you. I would love to hear from you down below. And thank you so much for watching me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.